We're keeping with the theme of happy tonight. The next special item, number 2, is Innovation 2020 approval, maybe, of the mission, vision, values, beliefs, and goals for School District 6. Dr. Pilch.
Thank you, Mr. DeWitt. So I'm going to go to the podium and actually do a presentation.
Oh, welcome.
Assuming that I can make this all work. Yep, that's not it.
No pressure.
This is where I call on Teresa, my handler, to assist me. She'll come on. So what we have here is I'm going to do a formal presentation on the proposed board mission, vision, values, beliefs, and goals. And you all have been working literally for months and months to identify district mission, vision, values, beliefs, goals. And you got there. You got there, I think, tonight. And so I want to just share this with you and the viewing audience, if anyone is watching. And I want to set the stage for the work that we will begin to do after the adoption of this document tonight. So, Innovation 2020. So what you see here is the proposed mission and our tagline of engage, empower, and inspire. District 6 provides every student with a personalized, well-rounded, and excellent education in a safe, caring environment. This is what we do. That's our mission. That's who we are. And then our vision, and this is where we're going. This is how we want to be viewed in the future. District 6 educates today's students in partnership with families and communities to succeed in tomorrow's world. And then our values and beliefs. And I am going to read through each one of these because you all spent so much time getting this just right, the way that you wanted it, so it spoke to the values and beliefs of District 6. Our students come first. We know every child can achieve. We commit to excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. We ensure safe and healthy schools. We view diversity as an asset. We provide opportunity and choice. And we partner with families and communities. These values and beliefs will be what guide us as we go forward in the development of our strategic plan. And then finally, our goals. And I'm going to just read the top line of these because I know you can read the rest of it. But the first goal is student learning and achievement. Well, I can't help myself. Students will engage in a challenging, I have to do it, right guys? I just have to. Students, and because this is what we're going to do. This will be the backbone to our strategic plan. Each of these goals, from these goals, you guys want to help me out reading them? From these goals.
I was collecting on the bet that you couldn't just read the top.
So you won the bet. So with these goals, we will have action plans that come from these goals that will be developed by district staff, family members, and community leaders, and that will be the plan that we implement when we say we're implementing our strategic plan. So students will engage in a challenging, personalized, well-rounded education, preparing every student to be college and career ready with the skills needed to be successful in the community and world. And strengthening partnerships. District 6 will increase engagement and interest in learning through community and school partnerships with our students, parents, and community to enhance student success. Climate and culture. We will cultivate a safe and supportive learning environment for all, embracing our diversity, honoring and engaging all stakeholders, and promoting safety. And then, operational and organizational effectiveness. We will be innovative and accountable to the community through measurable outcomes and continuous improvement. Ta-da! So I say first, congratulations to you all as our Board of Education, because you have worked through work session after work session to get to the development of this document. And I want to recognize Annette Overton, who is our Director in Human Resources. So Annette, come join me for a moment. So Annette and I became fast friends here in District 6. And she has been wonderful working with you all. She worked with you all on this plan before my arrival here in District 6, and she has certainly helped me to move this forward, and I am forever indebted to her, and I told her she is stuck with me now. We have a lot of work to do, and I'm proud Annette will be a part of our team next week that we begin to train when we enter into our consensus bargaining. So she's a great member of our team, and I appreciate you for all you've done to get us to this place, Annette. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, finally, there are many staff members who preceded me who worked with you all on this. And I want to recognize them, and there are too many to name, but those who have preceded me in the role as superintendent, Dr. Lane, Mr. Eads, and then our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Dattery, our Chief Financial Officer, Megan Sponsler, Kathy Van Soest, all these folks have worked hard to get us to this document. So thank you to all of them. And now, Mr. DeWitt, I'd be happy to take any questions if you have any for me.
Well, this is one of those curious moments where we have an action item, and to do an action item, I'll require a motion. I'll be glad to entertain that at this time.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the mission, vision, values, beliefs, and goals of the district strategic plan, Innovation 2020, as presented.
Second.
Glad to hear that. Motion was offered and it's seconded. Questions or comments? We've been working with this for a while. I'll be interested to hear a kind of a scattering of comments, at least from board members, to catch the community up a bit. Mr. Lydiak.
Well, I just want to say that I appreciate all the hard work on this document, and that it really does truly represent a clear and concise and focused set of vision, mission, values, beliefs, and goals that I do believe will equally resonate with both our staff and our community. And that was a goal of the entire board. So I'm glad to support it.
Thank you. Ms. Elise?
I just want to say thank you to everybody involved in this process. It took a lot of work. Annette worked with us a lot. This was a hard group sometimes. We went over and over this document because it meant so much to all of us. And I think we've changed the culture in the district, and we wanted this to really represent and continue that change and put a stamp on it, and so that everyone would feel it. And so going forward, we want everyone to feel like this document represents our future and the direction that we're going, and that we continue that work. So thank you everyone for doing this and working so hard on this process.
Mr. Hall.
Well, if you want to know a true description of what Annette did here, there's a scripture that says, "Blessed are the peacemakers." There were times it was contentious, because everybody believes and has their vision for what it is. But she kept us on track. I was going to hold this up, but literally to see that it can be boiled down to one page front and back. Just think about that for a moment. That's, especially when you get a room full of people, and be able to boil it down front and back of vision, mission, and goals. So, thanks, Annette. Thanks for leading the charge. Thanks, Dr. Pilch, for being here to join in, lead us in. So, thank you.
Dr. Richard is not present this evening, but I think somewhere I'm hearing her suggest that she was enthusiastically supportive of the process, and I think was no less involved in getting us to move forward than to get it done correctly. And so I think, though she's not here to make this statement, I think she would certainly recommend Annette to anyone. But she's ours, and we've got some more work to do with her. But we were working collectively with the benefit of the district in mind, and so I'm sure somewhere across the Atlantic she's thinking about sending good wishes at this point in the evening. Other comments, Mr. Richardson?
Well, I think that one that we again, thank you for all the hard work, and it was actually probably the most fun I've had on the board. I was working on this. It was a lot of fun, and I think one testament is it's a really simple document, and you think what took months and months and months to write a one-page document, and I think part of like the absence of all the other stuff that could be in there is why it took so long. And I really appreciate all the work of the board and those who help facilitate it. And one thing that I think that was mentioned a lot is that we want this to be a flexible document. So as we go out in the community and we hear what's going on and we try things and we experiment, and that sounds like a bad word here, but as we move forward, is that we want to be able to go back and have this board and future boards tweak the document. Because we don't want it to be etched in stone that we already know what we're talking about and we're done with it. As that we want to go back and review it and amend it and make it work better next time. And there's not a lot of ego attached to it. So that we want it to work from here on going out forward. So anyway, I wanted to add that to open that. That was talked about a lot, of being a living document. So thank you.
I think we may have discussed this sufficiently to perhaps try a roll call vote.
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Haefele?
Aye.
Mr. Hall?
Yeah.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 6-0.
So all those votes are marked aye.
Mr. DeWitt, then
Thank
if I
you.
may.
Please.
So this is official, folks. This is Innovation 2020, and we are going live. We are going live with it. And the next steps will be to pull together a strategic planning advisory council, which will be an advisory council to support and serve me as I lead this work and my team, and a superintendent steering team, which will be a smaller team that will work interactively with the advisory council. But our intent is to be able to share with you our action plans by the end of this school year. So thank you so much for allowing me to lead this, and here we go, Innovation 2020.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Gee, I wonder what we're going to do with our time now. Possibly we'll find something to do. The next item is a recognition, and it involves Professional Development Council. Some of the individuals here this evening are part of that group. Dr. Pilt?
So I'll just very quickly open this, and then Dr. Amy Szymanski is going to come up and recognize this group. But one of the things that I began to learn last winter when I looked at this position here in District 6 was the robust professional learning opportunities that are available, and that some that are required for our staff. But we are very fortunate to have a very robust professional learning program here, and we could not do that work without a professional development council to help us guide that work and to ensure that work occurs. So Dr. Szymanski, I'm turning it over to you to recognize those fine folks and tell us a little bit about their work.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pilch. Glad to be here this evening. The Professional Development Council has served as part of our district leadership for several years, and the council is comprised of 24 members that represent various roles within our district. We have 6 of them with us tonight being recognized, but the purpose of the Professional Development Council is really to provide guidance and advisement, recommendations to district leadership regarding the professional development plan, the offerings for our staff, and the evaluation of our professional learning. And so I would like to ask Mr. DeWitt to come up and help me recognize our people that are here this evening. And so first we have Dr. Blakely Wallace, and she represents our school principals. Annette Overton, and she's one of our district administrators. So you can just go chat with him. Brittany Perrick, and Brittany's new to our council this year. We felt it was very important to get some of our special education staff, and Brittany's a teacher at Prairie Heights. Kimberly Reynolds, and Kimberly is an instructional coach. And our instructional coaches are such a vital part of our professional learning system, and we're glad to have Kimberly on our council representing them. Larry Scoville, and Larry is a music teacher at Shawsheen and represents our elementary specialists. And I'll just point out Larry's dedication to the council. He's on his last year, but he said, Amy, I want to come back one more year and keep working with the council. And he has a real heart for bringing professional learning to our specialists. And then our last one, we have to get the certificate changed. So Molly Tappy got married, and now she is Molly McCall. And Molly's the assistant principal at Shawsheen, and we've been joking that Molly's been spending her honeymoon at our council meeting and at a professional development on Friday, and then here tonight. So this is just a sample, really, of the dedicated people that are on the council. We have some of our members that have been on since the beginning of the foundation of the council. So please join me in thanking these wonderful people.
Thanks again very much.
Thank you.
We had several regrets due to sickness and just other commitments, so.
Now, you all have homework to do, so if this would be a time for you to escape, you may do so as you need to. Otherwise, buckle in, we've got some more work to do.